Righto, we're going to work through the depreciation section of your assignment. As you can see, I've already set up quite a bit. So here's the purchase price of my vehicle, number of years, salvage value we set at 0 just for straight line depreciation. So what we're going to do first up, we're going to work out how much it decreases by each year to get to 0 after 10 years. So the easy way to do that, I usually just set up a new cell and I'm going to type a formula. So up the top, you're going to see up here is the formula bar, and you're going to see what happens up there in a sec. So first thing I do is I press the equals button that tells Excel that I'm going to do a formula. I'm going to click on the purchase price and I'm going to divide it by. So divided by on a computer is the backslash. It's next to the shift key, and then divided by the number of years. And that tells us how much our car is going to decrease by each year. So we've got our starting value, we've got our salvage value. To get these things and make sure that we can pinch them from, we only have to change one number, what we're going to do is we're going to press the equals button so it brings up a formula. I want the starting value to be this one here and hit enter. The salvage value is going to be the same. Each year, our salvage value is the value at the end. So to work out the value at the start of the next year, it's the same as the value at the end of the year. What we're going to do now, we're going to work out the salvage value after the end of the first year. So in our example, we started off with 10,000 at the start of the year, and we're going to take away the amount that we've got up here. Now here's a little shortcut that's going to make life easier. To make it so that it doesn't change, we just want to put dollar signs in there. And that says this cell in particular. Once you've got that formula in, hit enter and you're going to see it there. Now Excel is actually really smart. So I'm going to do exactly the same thing. My starting value is the same as my salvage value the year before. Go to the next one. Same formula. So it's this one, take away our amount here, and I like to put my dollar signs in just to show that it doesn't change. Now, once we've done the first and second periods, we can actually do a shortcut. We can grab this little, and it is little on my screen, in the corner you got a tiny little square there. We're going to grab that tiny little square and pull it down all the way down to 10. Don't worry about those happening because we have to do the other side as well. And what we do is we end up with our full straight line depreciation graph. If you see something like this happen, just move it across a little bit, just saying that it doesn't have room to put all the numbers in. For our declining balance, which we're going to do over this side, we're going to do almost exactly the same thing. So our starting value comes from our original value, H3. And we need to make it a little bit bigger. Our first year, the starting price is the same as the salvage value when we bought it. Then, according to the problems in the assignment, our salvage value is what we started at the start of the year. Whoops. Now we're going to have to use the Excel times, which is your star, shift 8, or if you've got a number pad, it's just above the number 9. 1 minus, and we're losing 25% per year, so minus 25%, which is, whoops, 0.25, and I'll go back in there because I didn't show you that very well. 1 minus 0.25, hit enter, and it works it out for us. Again, salvage, your starting value is the same as your salvage value the year before. And again, it's your starting value times, which is your star, brackets, 1 minus 0.25. Close your brackets, hit enter. We've done 2 of them now, so let's drag them down. And voila, we've done all those values. The next part of this assignment was you needed to draw a graph. So to do a graph, I'm going to be really cheeky. I'm going to go insert. We want a scatter plot, which is one of these ones. I like the ones with the straight lines. Now, at the moment, it's in the way. So we're going to get it out of the way for a bit. And we need to put some data into it. So I'm going to select data. And what we're going to do is we're going to add each graph individually. So we just go add. I'm going to call this first one straight line. Just up here. My X values are the ones across the bottom. So I want to start at period 0 and go all the way to period 10. For my Y values, the ones going up, I want to take my salvage value. So as you can see, I'm going to start at the bottom and work my way up because I could see the bottom. If you can't see it, you can actually move the series part out of the way. The reason I moved the graph out of the way is because the graph is a lot harder to move. So now I've got one done. I've got my straight line done. I'm going to add an extra one. And this one is going to be really creative. It's going to be a declining balance. My X values, again, going over to my declining balance ones, I'm going to select the numbers 1 to 10. I'm going to select my Y values. Remember, X will automatically fill, so don't forget to get rid of that one. If you don't, you're going to get some curly, really weird stuff happening. Right, I've got my 2. I'll click OK. OK. And as you can see, I now have my pretty graph, and it's got both the things on it, and it looks pretty good. What I would do, however, is I would probably add some titles to your axes and maybe some of the where are we? Add some titles and a chart title, and that would probably be all I'd need to do. All the best.